Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is David Charles, International Psychic Medium, and I'm coming to you from North Devon in the United Kingdom, and welcome to my reading, to my channel. Tonight I'm doing a psychic reading for Prince William and his lovely wife Catherine, and I did one a few weeks ago, but there's been a bit of controversy recently with some disagreement with one of the little TV channels, which is called the BBC. So let's just see if anything pops up here. And see how they're getting on. I'll do William first, Prince William, and Catherine second. Then we'll do them together, and then we'll take a look at a couple of crystal cards to see if they match up with what we're saying here now. So, thank you to all of my subscribers. There's nearly 18,000 now. Thank you so much for being part of my family. And if you'd like to subscribe, just click the subscribe button. It's all free of charge. And if you click the little bell icon, then YouTube will update you or tell you every time I upload a new video. So let's have a look. Prince William may not have changed. I did one not long ago. There may be some similarities, but I'll tell you his negatives first, and we'll see the bad stuff, and then we'll look at the positives. Negatives indicate secrecy around him. That could be that he's been a bit secretive. He may be careful what he tells people. Can hardly blame him, can you? But it can also mean that people are being secretive around him and in his surroundings. I always say that secrecy isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes people are secretive because they don't want to hurt your feelings, so they keep things from you. But secrecy is one of the themes of the reading. All of his readings indicate stress. They do for most people these days. So his stress levels are still 7 or 8 out of 10. I think they've gone down a little bit since last time. But his stress levels are too high. And he really does look calm, relaxed and casual and laid back. But underneath all that, I think he's got stress issues. I think they've both got them. We'll check with Catherine in a minute. But I think they've both got stress problems. Hardly surprising with some of the rubbish they have to put up with. There may be a medical issue for him. It's nothing serious, but it could be a dentist or something. He's going to see someone in some kind of caring profession, and I think it's a man, so that could be important. But there's not really a lot of negatives here. He's got the Temperance card, which is from the Major Arcana. You may be able to see that if you're not on a tiny little phone. This means look after yourself. It comes up in William's readings almost every time I do them, and it can't be a coincidence. The spirit world are saying, look after yourself. Now I pick up, and I have been for a few days now, the spirit of Princess Diana around this couple, and they're around William and Meghan as well. She's around William and Meghan, I should say. She is around a lot. So there's concern from their mum in spirit. And she's saying to me that this lad, this man, William, needs to take it easy. He's letting things get to him, and somehow he's got to stop. Well, it's almost impossible, but I think his mum in spirit is concerned about them all, and she wants them to be happy. But to me, this is not really a negative reading. There are positives, but he's definitely got his mum around, and he's got a second lady in spirit as well. I don't know who that is, but there are 2 female spirit guides around William a lot at the moment, and one's Princess Diana. I don't know who the other one is. I'm not an expert on the royal family. If you know, tell me in the comments below if you have a theory who that could be. But to me, there is, again, it comes up a lot in their readings, this Strength card from the Major Arcana. The lady looks pregnant, and it can mean babies. So I don't know if they're carrying on having babies, or they're packed it in, or what, they're finished. But there's a baby in the reading again. There always is in their readings. All this has been shuffled, but there's a baby around. Now the baby in spirit, it could be a baby in spirit if they've lost one in the past. And you can lose a baby. You can conceive one starry night and lose it the next morning and never know about it. But there's a baby in this reading, so could they be planning another child? Let me know your comments in the comments below. But to me, this seems to be fairly straightforward. There's money coming. It's for the charities. They've got to be careful with that. I'm not convinced that everybody linked to the charities is as straight as they might be, or they should be. That means don't get paranoid, but they need to watch out who's dealing with things like finances and that sort of thing. That may come up in the news in the coming weeks. But I think there's some dodgy goings on, or possibly in the future, maybe not yet. But if some of money's coming, they need to look after it and make sure it's okay. This man is advised by a senior person who is royalty. Now, it's possibly Prince Charles, but it's not a certainty. There seems to be someone else linked to royalty that advises William, and he listens, because you may think it gives you off the impression that he doesn't need advice, but he does listen to this person. I don't think it's his dad, Prince Charles. I think it's someone else, but it's certainly someone from the royal family, or the links, or the aristocracy. And this person is smart, wise, successful. He's not one of the people in the royals who've been wound up in problems in recent times. This one is not one of those. So I just wonder if it's one of the brothers of the royal family. So there's fertility in this reading. Prince William is highly fertile, and that doesn't only mean babies, as you may know. It means things growing, taking off, things expanding, and he seems to be well seated at the moment. I'll stick by what I said some months ago, that Harry and William will make a peace, or a pact of peace, and put their distances behind them soon. Soon. Remember I said that, because I'm sticking with it. That may not include Meghan, but I think they're rekindling their friendship. And I did once say that they will be friendlier or closer than they were before, and I still think they will. So let me know your comments on that below. I'm sure some of you will. And let's see what we've got. Somebody's making him an offer. And I hope it's not the BBC, because I think he'll probably say no. I think the problem with the BBC and Prince William is going to go on for a long time. I don't think they're going to sort it out. I think that he sees them. I believe that Prince William thinks the BBC have betrayed him, and that he's been good to them and they've betrayed him, and he's not going to be very happy about that. Almost like Judas in this sort of thing. So there could be a baby. There's high fertility. He may have to see someone in a caring profession. It could be a GP. It could be a religious person. It could be the dentist or something like that. But there's certainly that going on here. Nothing to worry about. Secrecy is the theme of this reading. And I don't know what the secrets are. And he may not either. But it can be that people are keeping things from him because they don't want to wind him up or upset him any more than he's been recently. But this chap, I think, is a good chap. Well, everyone does. So I think he's a really nice person. But I think he puts up with a lot of rubbish, and he shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't have to do that. Just because he's a royal member of the royal family doesn't mean that he can be betrayed or treated badly. Let's take a quick look at Meghan, and then Meghan. We'll take a quick look at Catherine, and then we will look at them together. Quick shovel away from the microphone. As you see, they've been done already once. So, Catherine, Kate. This has come up before as well. It seems to me as if it could happen that William and Kate are getting closer and closer all the time. And I think they've always been close. They've had their moments. All married couples do. All couples do. But there is, you may have spotted it already, the Empress card is here from the Major Arcana. She looks pregnant as well. I think Katie is going to have another baby. It seems to be coming up an awful lot. So, is she pregnant right now, I wonder? Could it be a Christmas announcement? The lady is dealing with the law. That may not be negative, it could be positive, but she's dealing with the law. This woman, this lady, Catherine, is a beautiful soul. It always comes across in her readings. The energies that come from this lady are so good. And I'll say it again, I think William and Katie are soulmates, and that, I believe, is quite rare. Everyone thinks they were their soulmates, but they're not always. But trickery is around this girl, this lady. Somebody around her, and it's a man, is not to be trusted. It's not Prince Harry, it's someone with dark hair who's a cheat, deceitful, heading in her direction. If she's watching this, or if you know her, tell her to be careful of treason and trickery. It's not the BBC, it's a man. It could be a man and a woman, but there's at least one man heading towards her who's a cheat, who could try and pull wool over her eyes and deceive her, and that would worry me. But I think that she's a bit not like William. William gets wound up by things. I think Katie is capable of ignoring things or just pretending they don't exist. She's got the strength to say, well, if you worry about it, will it make it better? If not, then don't worry about it. And she's got the capability of doing that. Not all of us have. She can turn a blind eye to things. She can sometimes feel trapped if she doesn't, and imprisoned by indecisiveness, but that's very unusual for her. She's usually pretty good. But there are signs that they're getting closer. She will be dealing with the law, but they often are, this couple. Well, all the royals are recently. I think that she is trying to mediate, put things right between this quarrel that rumours is to be going on, but she feels a bit stuck and she's not progressing. But this feud will end soon. Trust me, the feud between these people, Harry and his brother and the girls, will end soon. One way or another, it will end soon, and the two boys will be close. And when Catherine stops feeling stuck, she will be one of the main influences that brings them back together. And I'm 99% certain of that. And that there will be a celebration for this couple within 10 or 12 weeks. I'm not talking about Christmas. That's something different. They're going to have a celebration. It could be a birthday, a wedding day, but no, it won't be that. It's something new, so it's none of that. I shouldn't have said that. It could be someone else's birthday. They're attending a party or something, but they are having reason to celebrate. I think that there's going to be another royal baby. And I think she may already be pregnant. She needs to watch out for trickery. She's influenced heavily by an older man who's on this side. It's not a spirit. He's not in spirit. I'm not sure if it's her dad or someone a bit older than that, but she's influenced by him. She talks to him on the phone. Let me know if you know who that is, because I'm not an expert on the royal family, but I think they're going through a tough time, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think they should be. But apart from the tricky man around her, she also has, she has a magician here from the Major Arcana. You may be able to make that out. The magician is a man who is capable of doing anything and being good at it. He could have a new job on Monday and he'd be good at it. So he may not have been to university, but he's clever. This man is a younger person who Kate talks to, who influences her. So she's got two men who are big influence on her, who she trusts and she regards as close. And they're both giving her advice. And once again, she's listening to it. So although William and Kate are surrounded by thousands of people, there's only 2 or 3 people that they really respect and they'll listen to. The rest, sometimes it can be hangers-on, can't they? But I think they're getting closer. I think they've had a few teething troubles, or not teething trouble, niggly troubles, with maybe a bit of bickering recently, but they're getting closer. And I think that there's a big party coming up, and I reckon that Kate is going to be pregnant if she's not already. Let's take a look at them together. It may be similar because it's the same couple, of course, but we'll have a quick look, see if anything's changed. But when I did Harry and Meghan about a week ago today actually, I picked up Princess Diana, and she's big in this one as well, especially around William. So she's worried about them and she wants them to be happy. But I think going back to the BBC feud, that's going to go on, because William sees that as a betrayal. He's helped them. This is what he thinks. He's helped them. He's been good, giving information to them, and they've betrayed him. That's what he thinks. Not what I'm saying. It's what I'm picking up. So they've got to sort out their finances. It's something to do with the charities, I think. There may be problems there. They seem to be pulled all over the place. I think everybody, we've had this before with this couple, everybody wants a piece of them. There's a chariot card there. You see the horses or whatever they are, pharaoh things, are pulling in opposite directions. They're both pulling away. That came up in Harry's reading a week ago, and they're being pulled. Everybody wants a piece of this couple and they can't have it. They can't be in 10 places at once. There is backstabbing around them. There's cheating going on soon, maybe not be yet. But they've got a new beginning coming. I think they're travelling soon, despite the COVID stuff. they will be travelling in the new year, and that it may be quite a lengthy thing, 2 or 3 weeks. But to me, I think they're starting to see now, after all the rubbish they've been putting up with, they're starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, William and Kate. And I think after a while they'll feel like this weight has been lifted up off them, and it will be. And there's new beginnings there. They've got 2 aces here. Both aces. All aces mean new beginnings. So they're very bright. That one is about material things. This one is about love. So their love is getting stronger. I think this is a very positive reading. Bit of secrecy around. I think their lives are about to take off. They're going to speed up. Everything they do is going to go mad, and they better hold on to their hats. I just want to do a couple of crystal cards, and these things, people think they're a bit of fun, but I'm going to have a look anyway. I haven't used these before, but I've been toying with the idea. So the first one is Marquisite, I think it's called, and this one says to them, be expressive and courageous. Now is your time. So it's more or less saying what I just said. Be expressive and courageous. Now is your time. The next one is a diamond, a girl's best friend. Bring victory, strength and courage to your challenging times. Diamond, I beg your pardon, I'll read that again. Diamond brings victory, strength and courage to you in challenging times. We'll do 4 of these. Next one is a pyrite. Isn't that fool's gold? I think it is. Let me know in the comments. Put the spark back in your life. Be confident and fulfill your desires. That's what the card says. Bit of fun maybe, sometimes. We'll see. Citrine, this one is, embrace the power of the sun. Feel warm and comforted. I believe this couple have been going through a turbulent time. We all know that if we go by the rumours, because they're only rumours, no one knows for sure, from the newspapers and the media. But if it's true, I think they're over the worst of it. I do think that William and his brother will be close again soon with Catherine. I'm not sure about Meghan. She may not be as close, but they're putting the past behind them. New starts are coming. They're seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and they're surrounded a lot of the time by Princess Diana. She's big in these readings. She's not come through a lot in their readings, but she has recently. So let me know what you think. Please share me with your friends on social media. Consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you with our nearly 18,000 subscribers. And if you click the little bell icon, YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video, which is usually once a week. But recently, with COVID, things have all gone a bit haywire. So thank you so much, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Remember my motto. And before I tell you that, it's davidcharlespsychic.com if you want to go to my website, and my team of readers will help you. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. I only employ the best, and they'll read for you right now if you want to ring them. So remember, wherever you are in this world, think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you will be loved. And I love every single one of you. Take it easy. Stay cool. Catch you later. Bye-bye.